guess I always was a collector. Of course, I didn't know it. I collected baseball cards, comic books, Lionel trains, exotic audio equipment, antique clocks, authentic autographs. I have over 40,000 LPs, which doesn't include my collection of 45s. At some point in my life, I came to realize that I was a collector. My name is Eric Edwards, and I'm an African artifacts collector, and I've been collecting African art for the past 44 years of my life. I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. And my father, he knew we would experience racism, and he wanted to basically inoculate us from feeling less important or inferior than anyone else. So his way of doing that was to teach us African history, which later in life led me to collecting African art. I have over 1,600 items in my collection. It encompasses the entire 54 countries of Africa. I have pieces that go back as far as 4,000 years to the Nubian Empire. All types of pieces, from sculptures to utilitarian items to weapons. My rough estimate of the collection is approximately $10 million. I live with my art. It's part of what gives me sustenance and direction and sanity. All the pieces that you see around here represent my psyche, if you will, and they bring me peace and tranquility no matter what's going on in the rest of the world. When I step into this environment, I might as well be on Mars, and it gives me a sense of peace and calm that nothing else can. Well, my collection is very special to me, and I guess any collector would tell you that, because I know the story of each piece, and also there's an additional story that goes with them as far as what it took me to acquire the pieces. The Bamileke ceremonial helmet that actually belonged to the king in Cameroon. When this particular piece was delivered to me, a ceremony took place within my premises here, which enabled me to take possession of that piece. And this ceremony was conducted by emissaries of the king. The large palace drum I have from the Yoruba people of Yoruba land in Nigeria. It's over 7 feet tall and has over 300 individual Abeji twin figures that are carved on it. We estimate the value of that to be approximately $1 million. It will go on display, actually, at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I'm averse to overspending for something, but if it's within my grasp or my means, and I know that's something I want, I go after it with full ferocity. My goal is to open up an African artifacts museum in Brooklyn, New York, called the Cultural Museum of African Art. And I'm in the process of that endeavor as we speak. I didn't have any kids, and my sister often tells people to this day that my children is the art, and I guess that's quite true. I feel my purpose is to protect them, and also my purpose is to put them in a place where they can be respected and be cared for by others after I leave this place. And I'm very good with that thought.